Good afternoon, Philippines. Madayaw na hapon, Lianga. I am Robert Ramos with Samantha Nicole Corsiga. This is
National Reports. Our top stories for today:
Monkeypox investigated amid outbreak in different countries.
gunman kills 18 children, 2 teachers at Texas elementary school.
7 died, over 100 rescued as fast-craft vessel catches fire off Quezon Province.
SAR Duterte says mandatory ROTC has nothing to do with that position. The monkeypox virus is currently being investigated as new cases have been reported in different countries. Angeline Medado will give us the details live. Yes, Angeline?
Good afternoon, Sam. The recent weeks revealed a continuous increase of new cases of monkeypox in different parts of the world, causing an alarm in the virus primarily occurs in Central and West Africa, and just occasionally spread elsewhere. But as of today, there have been reported cases of monkeypox virus in Australia, Canada, France, Italy, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, UK, and USA. Symptoms of monkeypox include fever, headache, back pain, muscle ache, exhaustion, and swollen lymph nodes. Rash may develop in different parts of the body upon having fever and may be extremely itchy. According to the World Health Organization, this virus may last from 2 to 4 weeks and is usually a self-limited disease. The disease, which was first discovered in monkeys in 1958, can spread through close contact with infected individuals. It can also cut from an infected animal's bite or by touching its blood body fluid or fur and by eating its meat, which is not cooked properly. Back to you, Sam.
Meanwhile, a tragic day in the United States. 18 children are confirmed dead in a mass shooting in an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. Curt, Justin, please give us an update.
In the United States, an 18-year-old gunman kills at least 19 children and 2 teachers after storming into a Texas elementary school Wednesday, May 25, Manila time. It is the latest bout of gun-filled mass killings in the U.S. and the nation's worst school shooting in nearly a decade. Authorities says the suspect, identified as Salvador Ramos, shot his own grandmother who survived the attack before the mass shooting. He flees the scene and crashes his car near the Rab Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. There he goes into a bloody rampage that ends when he is killed, apparently shot by the police. The motive is not immediately clear speaking. From the White House hours later, U.S. President Joe Biden urged Americans to stand up to the politically powerful U.S. gun lobby.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done?
A mass shooting 10 days earlier claimed 10 lives in Buffalo, New York, predominantly black neighborhood. Curt, Justin, Cario, National Reports.
Authorities in the Philippines says 7 people have been killed in a sea accident involving a passenger ferry. Fire engulfed the vessel carrying more than 130 people. IVK Tolentino will give us the update. The Philippine Coast Guard says it received a distress call around 6 a.m. on Monday. A naval vessel called MV Mercaf 2 carrying more than 130 people had caught fire near the waters of Rizal, Quezon Province, north of the Philippines. And by midday, more than 100 people were rescued, including 8 of the boat's crew members. Some of those injured were taken to hospital. The fire has been put out, but authorities are also checking for traces of oil spill.
Initially, they said that the fire started at the engine room, but we'll try to get to the bottom of it. We have accounted all the passengers, including the crew. We have stopped already the search and rescue operations, and we just probably proceed to the investigation. This company has another incident in sometime in 2017.
At least 6 other vessels helped the Coast Guard search and rescue operation. The vessel is being sold towards Baluti Islands. In 2017, another vessel owned by the same company was carrying more than 250 passengers when it capsized in the same region. 5 people were killed. The Philippines is an archipelago of more than 7,000 islands, often bothered by frequent storms and poor enforcement of safety rules, which have led to several maritime disasters in recent years. Ivy Kate Cantores Tolentino reporting National Reports.
Nak, mag-iingat ka ha. Nak, mag-iingat ka ha. Masaya maging bata, pero mahirap maging batang ina.
Scattered light rains are dotting the Lianga Bay areas as considerable cloudiness and chilly temperatures prevail over much of the state this morning. A few patches of fog are also being reported. Temperatures around the sunrise range from a cool 33 degrees at Payasan into a mild 75 at Banao area. Skies are overcast in the most of South and East Lianga area and range from partly cloudy elsewhere. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are being predicted during the night. Presumptive Vice President Sara Duterte clarifies that pushing for the mandatory ROTC among the youth has nothing to do with becoming the next Secretary of the Department of Education. Aljun Guillen will give us an update.
Although presumptive Vice President Sara Duterte campaigned on January this year that she would propose the mandatory rendering of military service, a Reserve Officers Training Course or ROTC among the youth, Duterte clarified that it has nothing to do with her becoming the next Secretary in the Department of Education.
Walay connection po. With regard to ROTC and Department of Education, remind lang ko sa tanan mga bright that the Department of Education is all about basic education plus ALS.
Various groups raised speculations about the return of ROTC following presumptive President Bongbong Marcos Jr. announced last week that Mayor Sara accepted the position as Education Secretary. Sara Duterte's camp also downplayed the claims that her priority in DepEd would be the ROTC. Aljun Guillen News Report.
Pinoy gymnast Carlos Yolo wraps up his Vietnam SEA Games campaign with 5th gold medal. John Michael Ellera will give us the full info.
2020 Tokyo Olympian gymnast Carlos Yolo sealed his 5th gold medal at the 31st Southeast Asian Games. YOLO ruled the immense horizontal bars event to wrap up his campaign at the Hanoi SEA Games. YOLO earlier today defended his title at the men's vault after inking up to 14.700 points. Sukumporn Sorendo of Thailand came in second with 14.250 points, while another Filipino and the person of Juancho Bisana completed the podium with a score of 14.017. Earlier, YOLO gathered the gold medals and the men's floor exercise still rings an individual all around. John Michael Ellera News reports.
17 years after her husband passed on, the queen of Philippine movies is reunited with her king. Susan Roses was laid to rest past noon Thursday beside the tomb of Fernando Poe Jr. at the Manila North Cemetery. Her daughter, Senator Grace Poe, family, friends, and fellow actors were there to bid their last farewell. People close to Roses remembered her for two things: her kindness and the good times they had with the woman they called Tita Susan.
Ako niyan, mula nung bata ako, very thoughtful sa akin, laruan, tsokolate, ganyan. Lagi niya alala.
Napakalungkot po, sir. Kasi napasyado, malapit po ako sa pamilya nila. Naabutan niyo ako ng papel. Nakalagay ko sa papel kung saan ako pupunta ng restaurant. Kasi sabi niya sa akin, Ador, hindi ka na maiba sa pamilya.
Before the funeral, a mass was held at the Heritage Park where the wake was held. Among those who visited last night, President Rodrigo Duterte, who met Senator Poe and her family. Daisy Guillen, National Reports.
And that was the news of truth and accuracy. From the news reports team, we are hoping everyone is in good condition. And also, this is News Reports.